Well, a lot of snow fell across southern Minnesota, as much as 10 inches in some spots. And we've got some snow showers on the way Saturday, milder temperatures, and we are still talking about that big storm next week, which is going to dump a lot of water on the region. Well, that storm system delivered for southern Minnesota, the center of that low passing into Illinois, and you can see this plume of moisture, rain, and then snow as you head into Wisconsin. Really is wrapped up for southeastern Minnesota, but really some pretty impressive snow totals along I-90 in far southern Minnesota, starting with Laverne, 7.5 inches of snow. And then as you head towards Austin, we had some areas here over 6-7 inches, and just east of Austin around Dexter, 10.3 inches, and even 9.5 inches in Preston in southeastern Minnesota. So that's snow wrapping up. We might have some patchy drizzle later today into tonight, early tomorrow morning with some of these low clouds. Sometimes when that low cloud cover gets pretty thick, you can get kind of some mist or drizzle in patches, and it might be below freezing, so it might have a little bit of ice. But overall, temperatures much warmer. 24-hour change in temperatures show that we're 10, 20, 25 degrees warmer than just 24 hours ago. And it's going to be a mild day today, mid-30s here across southern Minnesota, 20s into northern Minnesota. And we're going to see above freezing high temperatures now today, right through the weekend and through most of next week as well. Not because of a surge of warm air necessarily, but because that Arctic air is retreating back north. Remember, just the southern edge of it reached northern Minnesota this week, and it's just regrouping into one cohesive blob again towards the North Pole versus those two separate clusters that we saw much of the early part of the week, one in Siberia and then that one up around Hudson Bay. But we are going to see some snow showers again tomorrow. Fairly minor Clipper disturbance is going to bring some snow showers that will bring us a coating, ½ inch, but again, with temperatures near freezing, it'll be kind of wet and slushy more than anything tomorrow. But along the North Shore, because winds will be out of the southeast, they could get a little bit more, maybe 2 to 4 inches for some spots along the middle of the North Shore around Finland, Isabella, some of those higher terrain spots. But again, we're talking probably under ½ inch in the Twin Cities. And next week is just going to be an interesting storm, a big prolonged storm, and even the Weather Service showing that we are in the smack dab middle of the greatest area of uncertainty. We're going to get a lot of moisture. It's just a matter of what form will it fall in. Probably both rain and snow. So this is starting Monday night into Tuesday. Rain develops initially here, but we're going to be right on that snow line here Tuesday into Wednesday. But you see just to the north and west where it'll be cold enough to be all snow, it looks as though northern west central Minnesota into the Dakotas will be in the best snow zone. And then notice how there's at least some snow showers right through Thursday and Friday, so prolonged event. But when we look at the liquid equivalent, no matter what falls as snow or rain, the amount of water, everything in purplish pink here, is 1 to 2 inches of water equivalent. That's a lot of moisture with this storm. And so there are varying possibilities with snowfall. You can see 6 different models here, but generally you can see, again, the purple and pinks, those bullseyes are to the north and west of the Twin Cities primarily. Some are kind of on the edge of the Twin Cities, so when we look at a blend of the models, this is kind of an average. The best bet for the most likely area of heavy snow, again, Dakotas, and then northern and western Minnesota. The Twin Cities really right on the edge of this yellow blob I drew. So we could still get some very heavy snow, we could get a lot of rain, or we could get both. That's kind of what we're looking at for next week. We'll know more, of course, as we get closer. That system's still developing. 34, though, today, mainly cloudy the rest of the day, but we've had some peaks of sun. Some snow showers tomorrow. Again, not much here, ½ inch or less, but a little bit more in north central Minnesota. Mild weekend, and yeah, next week, when we do get snow, it'll be a wet, heavy variety, but also those temperatures teetering on the brink of bringing us some rain, too. Monday does look mostly dry, but after that, it looks like on and off wet next week.